Before the video starts, I want to let you guys know that if you'd like to support my team this season, I do have a limited edition merch available. It comes in both hoodies and t-shirts, and you can find that in the link in the description. What is happening, guys, and welcome to my week 1 battle of my WBE Draft League. Today I'm matched up against Sam, aka Fufu, and we're about to hop in. I believe he told me to do Caterpie. So we're gonna see if we can find him on here, and I'm pretty damn excited. I've been working pretty hard getting my team ready to go for this, and a little bit nervous for week 1. I don't know how this is gonna go. This man's got a pretty powerful team, but I'm pretty happy with mine as well. So looks like we did find him, and let's get into it here. I'm excited to see what he brought. Definitely got some pretty big threats. We're gonna go with the old party. That is the team I'm bringing. I decided I had to bring Dragonite, obviously Mega Gyarados. I brought Sandslash for Stealth Rock support. I brought Tangela because it's kind of the only thing I have to counter his Poliwrath. So other than that, I brought Arcanine for his Venusaur, which I think is going to cause me a little bit of a problem. So let's check out what he brought. So he did bring the Venusaur, obviously the Mega Aerodactyl. Also see Poliwrath, which is a little bit threatening. He also brought the Electabuzz. I'm assuming that's for probably Gyarados. I'm also kind of afraid of the damn Nidoking too. And then he has Kadabra just for a fast attacker. So that's Kadabra probably for Machamp. So quite an interesting matchup here. I do believe I want to get up Stealth Rock, although I think he's probably going to want to lead off with his Mega Aerodactyl. I'm assuming he's going to probably try to get up Stealth Rock of his own. So I think I might lead with my Mega Gyarados. Overall, he actually didn't bring the Snorlax, which I'm surprised about. I brought Machamp mainly for the Snorlax, but let's go ahead and lead off with the boy Shrimp. And let's go ahead and get right into it. So I haven't actually played any Wi-Fi battles since I've done any, since my first battle I did again this shit. I was actually making sure my OBS was set up here. My audio properties should be good to go. Yeah. All right. So let's do it here. Like I said, haven't done a whole lot of Wi-Fi battles in Pokemon Let's Go, but this is a pretty casual game here. So we're just going to kind of mess around and see how we can do. So Dishrag is the name of his Eevee. I love it. All right. So he actually leads off with the Nidoking here, which is actually rather interesting. If I Mega Evolve, I can take at least one Thunderbolt if that's what he's going to go for. I'm thinking maybe he let off with that just for Stealth Rock. So this kind of sets me up in a pretty good position here. I can Mega Evolve. I do want to Mega Evolve early, so that way if he does end up getting Stealth Rock up, I don't take as much switching in as a Flying Gyarados. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and click Waterfall here. If he has Thunderbolt, I believe I can take it. A Waterfall will do a lot here. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to Mega Evolve. He's actually going to end up switching out here. I'm assuming. Okay, so he's going to bring in the Poliwrath, which is a good switch here. So we're going to Mega Evolve, which is really nice. Like I said, don't have to worry about taking as much from Stealth Rock if he does end up getting that up. And I did bring my Tangela for this thing, as Waterfall actually gets off a solid chunk of damage with a critical hit. Our first move is a crit, and that is amazing. So we do not want to take a fighting move from this thing. So I believe I'm just going to switch right into my Tangela here. This thing is bold. I should be able to take any attack from me. I'm assuming he's probably going to play it safe here and just go for the attacking move. Maybe he might predict the switch into Tangela. I think it's the safest bet just to probably switch out my Gyarados here. I'm happy I was able to actually land a critical hit there. That knocks that thing down and makes it pretty easy here. So he's going to go ahead and just go straight for the superpower. And I'm assuming he's going to go ahead and switch out here. So he gets a little bit of damage there, although his attack drops. He might have Ice Punch for me, but I assume he's probably going to switch. I don't want to go for Sleep Powder because he does have the Venusaur there. So, this is kind of an interesting situation here. I think maybe I'm going to predict the switch into Venusaur, and I'm going to double switch here. That's what we're going to do. I am going to go ahead and bring in Tony. The only thing here is, this is a good play, because if he does go for the Ice Punch, I'll be able to resist it. So he is going to end up switching out here. I'm assuming he's going to go into the Venusaur there. So okay, so he does bring in the Venusaur. Nice. So Venusaur is an obvious switch in to Tangela. It does get the matchup due to it can just knock me out with Sludge Bomb. So, alright, so now we're in a good position here. We can kind of check out what he might want to switch into. He could go right back into the Poliwrath. I think I might go for a Will-O-Wisp here. No way he's going to leave this thing in. So I think his switch in here is probably back into Poliwrath. So let's try to go for... I could actually just go for the Play Rough, though. That would catch that Poliwrath off guard. I think I'm going to play it a little bit more safe in case he decides to go into something else. We're going to Will-O-Wisp here as... Oh, he actually stays in, and he avoids the Will-O-Wisp. And that is quite unfortunate. He's able to get the Sleep Powder off, and I overpredicted there a little bit. So he played it safe. He stays in with that thing, and he does get the Sleep Powder off. And that is kind of a bummer. Damn, that sets us up in a pretty shitty position here. So I assume I'm going to go into Sand Slash. I would like to get my rocks up. I'm going to bring in Sand Slash here. If he Sludge Bombs, I'm not going to be taking anything from that. Obviously, I don't take much from really anything this thing can go for, unless he might Leech Seed here. As he's actually going to end up switching. Okay. So he brings in the Nidoking again. Okay, so I don't really want to take an Earthquake. And this is not too... I'm thinking he's probably going to I'm going to go ahead and click Stealth Rock here. I think he's going to go for rocks of his own. So, you know what? Let's go for our own Stealth Rock and see what he's going to go for here. As oh, fuck, he actually just Flamethrowers. I was expecting him to actually be a physical attacking Nidoking there. A lot of the time in this game, from what I've heard, they're actually more physical based. That actually shows me it's a special attacking one, though. So that's at least kind of nice there. Now we can just go back into Gyarados, perhaps. Or I could go into... yeah, he probably has Ice Beam, so I don't want to go into Dragonite. Let's just go into Gyarados here, and we can get... maybe he might switch right back into that Poliwrath, but I think my best bet is to probably just bring in Gyarados here. So luckily he doesn't have the rocks up. I can go ahead... I could click Waterfall, or I could go for an Earthquake. I think probably my best bet might be to just go for Earthquake. Yeah, let's click Earthquake here. So he is going to switch. I'm assuming it's going to be Poliwrath. Yeah, so he brings back in the Tadpole. So I did not want to Waterfall there again. This Earthquake is going to do a decent bit of damage, although unfortunately he is... Yeah, okay, so it does a little bit there. So now he'll be able to outspeed. I need Mega Gyarados pretty damn badly, so... Maybe I should switch it up here. He's probably going to expect me to go into Tangela. So, I have an Impish Machamp. I brought Impish Machamp here, so maybe I bring in this thing. Although, yeah, because if I just go in, you know what? Yeah, we're going to switch things up. Rather than going into Tangela, I'm going to end up bringing in Machamp here, because I know that I can take at least 2 attacks from this thing. At least I'm pretty sure. Hopefully he doesn't, well... Okay, so he does just Superpower here. So he's going to get that attack drop. Impish Machamp takes less than half from that, which is nice. This Tadpole is the thing that gives my team the most trouble, which is unfortunate. Okay, so... Unfortunately, I don't have Ice Punch for his Venusaur. That's something that I was going to bring, but I didn't end up going for that. I brought Thunder Punch instead. Let's just go... If that Venusaur comes in, it's going to just give me some trouble. Let's just go straight for a low kick here. I think I have to kind of make the safest bet. As he actually stays in, he's going to go for a Waterfall. So I take that nicely with his attack drop. He's not able to do too much. The low kick is going to knock out the Poliwrath, which is really nice. So now I don't have to worry about that thing being around. And unfortunately, my Machamp did just take a lot of damage from that. So that does kind of suck. But I'm assuming now he'll probably bring in the Aerodactyl, probably. That's probably what he's going to go into. I assume he wants to get that Mega up. He's probably not going to try to get up Stealth Rock at this point. Okay, so he brings in the Nido again. Alright, so special attacking Nido. I cannot do a whole lot to this thing, so just the fact that he got my Arcanine asleep is kind of the biggest problem here. Just because now whenever I bring in Gyarados, he can just switch right into that damn Venusaur. So I don't really have a whole lot of switches here that I can go for. I think I should probably... Or I could sack off Arcanine, but then it just kind of... Getting this thing asleep was really annoying. I think Machamp kind of has to go down at this point. I don't have enough health to really do too much, so we're just going to stay in here, go for an Earthquake, as he actually sets up the Stealth Rock, which is interesting. So I get a free Earthquake off on this thing, which is nice. And now I really wish I still had my damn Alolan Sandslash around. So Earthquake's not able to quite knock this thing out. He does get up the free rocks, which does suck, although luckily Gyarados is Mega. So I didn't think he was going to set up the Stealth Rock there. I figured he might just knock me out. So he is going to finish me off with an Earthquake here. So he's a mix attacker. He does have... I don't think there's no Earth power in this game. So it's interesting. He brought Flamethrower pretty much just for Alolan Sandslash, which is cool. So, alright. Now I'm in a little bit of a shitty position here because he can just bring in that damn Venusaur. And I think I've got to go into Shrimp. We only have 11 minutes left on the timer, so I've got to kind of make some pretty quick moves here. So I'll bring in Gyarados here. If he brings in that Venusaur, it's going to hurt me. Yeah, it's going to be quite a problem. I think he might even just, well, there's no reason why he wouldn't switch in to that Venusaur. So, Poliwrath is down. Yeah, there's really no reason as to why he wouldn't switch into that Venusaur. I think I've got to make a double switch and go into Arcanine here. If he stays in, this is going to be pretty bad for me. I kind of need Arcanine around. So I switch first. He is actually just going to stay in and go for an Earthquake. So that is really a bummer, and it looks like I lost this match. Now I don't have Arcanine, which is unfortunate. And now I have to bring back in Gyarados to take more Stealth Rock damage. So that really sucks. Dragonite's not fast enough. He probably has Ice Beam for it. Yeah, it's Flamethrower for Tangela. All I can do is go into Gyarados here. And he just has way too many Pokemon left at this point. I have not been playing good enough. Damn. Well, I'll just click Earthquake because it doesn't really matter what I go for as he gets off a free Earthquake here. So that's going to whittle me down a lot. Shrimp takes way too much damage from that. We at least are able to knock down the Nidoking, but it looks like he's done too much damage to my team at this point. We're able to knock down his threats, but I think it's just, honestly, it's too late. So what's he going to need? Okay, so he's going to bring in, what is that, the Aerodactyl? Oh, no, no, he does still have the damn Electabuzz, so I think I should just switch into Nudes here. Gyarados is too useful, although even though I just don't have enough health, when I bring it into Stealth Rock, I'm going to be kind of screwed. And I don't think I'm fast enough to really handle much, so we'll just go into Nudes as he just Thunderbolts. Tangela really just has super shitty special defense, so I'm not able to take two of those, which does kind of suck. I guess I'll just click Mega Drain. It really does not matter at this point, as the Thunderbolt is going to knock me out. And so now I can bring in Dragonite. And Dragonite does do well against his team. It would be nice to get up in Agility. Maybe I'll try to get up in Agility here, because then I would be faster than the Aerodactyl, I believe. So we'll bring in Tiny Wings, although I don't know if I can even... Can I take a Thunderbolt at this health? So let's see. He's got the Aerodactyl, Venusaur, Kadabra, and all that. So there is still a chance. I think in order to win this, though, I do need to set up an Agility. We're going to go for that. We'll see if I can even... Oh, he has Ice Punch on the fucking... He has Ice Punch, but I'm able to live it with 5 HP. Holy shit, he brought the Ice Punch, which is a clutch play. I honestly forgot that Electabuzz has access to that. So at least we'll now, with an Agility up, things might be looking good for us, boys. Things might just be looking good. So an Earthquake is able to knock this thing out. And is Dragonite about to come in clutch? Although, I just think that his Venusaur is able to take an attack at this point. It will probably be able to live. Yeah, so he's just going to bring in this Venusaur here. And without Stealth Rock, all I can do here is click Outrage. and I guess just hope for a crit. Damn, if this Venusaur was whittled down, I think I could win this. As Outrage, yep, is not able to knock this thing out. He's just gonna go for a double edge. And that is gonna be the end of the match there. That agility almost came in clutch for me. If this Venusaur wasn't here, I could have done it. There was a chance. I just needed to whittle this thing down just a little bit more because Outrage would have knocked out the rest of his team, I'm pretty sure. So now it just all comes down to Shrimp. And I'll just click Earthquake. It does not really matter. And a Razor Leaf is actually going to finish me off, so I got 3-0'd there. And that was my first league match. And I kind of played like shit. So that's going to be the end of the match there. Well, at least that was pretty good. There was a chance there at the end with Dragonite, but I just was not able to come through with it, so... Well, I will try to do better next week. I think this was honestly one of the more difficult matchups for me because of the fact that he does have that Poliwrath that kind of stops my Mega Gyarados. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and hit that like button on this video if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out.